Good evening, wherever you watching me from. If you're in the Philippines, it's good morning. If you're in America and beyond, it's probably good evening. Let me get my camera situated. What's going on, everybody? I want to thank y'all for the response from the John Wells interview yesterday. I told you he's an interesting character. He's a unicorn over here. He when I first met him, he walked up to me and introduced himself. That's only the second time in 12 years that someone's ever did that. First time was in 2010. Hey, Robert Dame, Lord P, Tagalog with Aspinyo, Jason Kincaid, what's going on? Thank you, man. He said support the Sunshine Shoulders Patreon page. Absolutely, guys. I got some exclusive content over there. I like to call it inclusive. That won't make it over here. But I appreciate your kindness, your generosity, and support here. Luis Martinez, thank you. Everybody else, give me a thumbs up. Hey, Alexander Corral. Now, this guy's from, he can tell you about Thailand because he lives there. Go to his YouTube channel. Luis Martinez says he doesn't have audio. If I've got audio, go give me a thumbs up. Hey, Dennis, coming from Wyoming. Howdy. Hey, thanks, Ingram Davis. Hey, also, guys, I've got a new Cashapp profile name. I had a problem with the other one, and I'll put it in the link. But it's just $sign Calvin R56. Don't use the one in my links anymore. And from now on my videos, I'm going to replace that. Hey, K. Rob, what's up? Christopher Wolfgang, what's up, man? Thank you. Good Daddy Adventure. Yeah, thumbs up on Calvin's Patreon page. Also, y'all, remember I'm new at this, guys, so hit the like button. It helps me some kind of way. K. Dallas, what's going on? Larry June, thank you for that thumbs up. Jerry Cotton, YouTube, brother. I appreciate it. Mick Fisher says, sounds good. Picture, not so much. Is it lighter now? Because I'm outside and sometimes this lighting here plays tricks on me. Your camera's very blurry. Looks clear to me. Somebody else let me know if my camera's blurry. Maybe I'll wipe it off if I can. How's that, guys? Still blurry? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I believe that's that stalker I told y'all about. And she's a from the province, man. You know, I blocked her. I hit the hide user channel, but I guess some kind of way she put that thumbs down. Hold on for a second, guys. Let me wipe this camera off. See if this works. Because the other day it was really good. I didn't have any problems. And now all of a sudden, people telling me that my camera's blurry. Okay, what's going on now? Oh, it's the feed. Okay, the background is so bright it's messing up the contrast. Okay, let me turn around. I'm gonna turn around, guys. It'll probably be better. I don't know why I didn't think about this before because I did that last night. Okay, how's that, guys? Okay. Well, of course, this is my, hey, the Dre Diggity Show said, what's up? This is my question and answer. The exchange rate first. Exchange rate today is 48.03 pesos to the dollar. Thanks, John S. I appreciate it, James Lyons. Contrast is better. Yeah, I turned it around. The sun can get pretty bright over here, guys. The lone stranger says, look like you're in jail. Boy, I sure don't feel like it, though, man. I tell you. I'm about as free over here as I've ever been. I'm a cable back. You got nothing you can do. The lighting is much better, but you're moving in a choppy manner and kind of fixated. Wow. But it seems so normal here, but I guess I don't know. Also, I forgot to read this question from a viewer. He says, my pension is $1,600 a month. Can I make it off of that in the Philippines? Absolutely. If you move here to San Carlos, you can live really well. As John told you yesterday, his rent, $140, about 7,000 pesos. John lives in a small one-bedroom apartment, but it's new. The building and structure is 2 years old. And what I'm going to do, he's in the process of getting permission for me to go over there, and I'm going to film the outside and the inside of a new apartment, an empty one, because John's got Tanda White bottles laying all around the place. Yeah, well, sometimes that happens. Let me fix something here. Okay, let me see if I can turn up the volume a little bit. Because see, I'm getting a reading on my microphone. It says it's working good. But let me turn it up. Maybe you can hear me better. Because I never have problems. I never have problems with my live stream. Hey, John, is it furnished? Amen. Ask John, is your apartment furnished? Okay, Choo, thank you. I think your Wi-Fi will be much more improved inside. Okay, well, I'm going to try it. Whatever works for you guys. Let me go in here and see what happens. I mean, the last time I was outside, man, it worked good. I got great reviews, but Philippines, you got to expect the unexpected. Okay, she's okay. Hey, hon, do me a favor. Come and get these bananas. They're drawing those little bugs again. Okay, guys, let me know what's going on. Yay or nay? Yeah, Butch, he says the signal sucks here, but if you go into bigger cities like Cebu and Manila, it's a lot better. Hey, thanks for that super chat. Let me see, who is this? Christopher Wolfgang. I'm getting 2 of my boys to move there once the virus clears. I'm thinking about Cebu. Man, that's a great place. I tell you, I love Cebu. I take it over Manila anytime. Hold on, let me get my questions out here. that I left. Honey. 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 You need to come and get the baby. You can't watch the baby. What are you going to take your class and the babies in there? Nobody's. Oh my God. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I had to get my questions. Yeah, Christopher Wolfgang, I'm gonna tell you something. Everything Manila has except for that just unbelievable traffic. But the traffic in Cebu has gotten worse, you know, because like I tell you all the time, before this pandemic, man, the Philippine economy was booming. And so there's probably 3 times as many cars and motorcycles on the road than when I started coming here. Denny Mac says, where are you in the Philippines? My wife is asking. I'm in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. I'm about 4 hours north of Dumaguete City. They're about the same size, but Dumaguete, the layout is different. It's built more for tourists. And San Carlos City's like a little sleepy town. We've got 2 small malls. Luis Martinez, any word on future tourism yet? I know it's still early. Well, Luis, they're saying the second half of 2021. I believe them. This is from the Department of Tourism because, you know, they taking COVID serious here. Next month, they're actually getting their first batch from Pfizer, and I believe that's when they're going to start vaccinating the masses because they've got to go over here of 100% vaccination. Now, will they reach that? I don't know, but you know, people over here, they follow authority. They've already started, you know, vaccinating the frontliners, the police, army, you know, the presidential staff. Butch Helton says, wait, let's see. Sounds good. Butch Helton. Tim here from Tampa, Florida. Oh, man. I love Tampa. Even though I didn't stop there, I took my kids for the first time to visit the ocean in Fort Myers, Florida, and we rode right through Tampa, man. It looked beautiful. Mr. Kell says Cebu traffic's horrible. Yeah, it's gotten bad, but it's nothing like if something is horrible, then what's the word that we should use for the Manila traffic? I don't know. Oh, okay, my wife's from Mindanao. Well, I used to be married to a woman from Mindanao in Zamboanga City. Nobody Special says he's curious how big a problem the smell of dried fish is in an apartment building from the neighbors. Sounds like something you can't escape. Well, if I'm in my place, see, I know they're cooking dried fish over here and over here, but I can't smell it, you know, unless I've gotten used to it. Ingram Davis says he got his first shot of vaccine today. I salute you, man. I saw you email me. They gave you a card, which is probably going to be for everybody in every country. Yeah, they're going to be. Gino Asherman says vaccines in the Philippines, hooray. Yeah, but the Philippines is going to be like Israel. You're going to have a vaccine passport to get around and everything. Do you ever see anyone out there fishing with poles, Calvin? That's what the Dre Diggy show said. Not regular people. You know, fishing here is an industry. It's not a pastime, but I'm pretty sure as big as the Philippines is and as vast as, and it's right on the water, I'm sure you can find a place. But in my 12 years, I haven't because it's a way of life here. I mean, if somebody saw you out there fishing, they probably get upset. This is just my opinion, because they're fishing for their daily bread. They're not out there like we do and relaxing, okay? But I'm pretty sure if you went island hopping and you asked one of the boats just to stop in between one of the islands and let you throw your pole out there, I'm pretty sure they'd let you. But I've never seen it happen, man, because whatever they catch here, they eat or they sell. And I don't know how happy they would be to see a foreigner out there catching fish, unless you're going to give it away. D. Henry says, do Filipino women have nice feet? Yeah, some of them do and some of them don't. Now, remember, everybody talks about the province woman and the city woman. Well, you can tell by her feet. See, a province woman, her feet looks like this. Her toes look like this. They look like a duck. They all got spaces in between them. You know, and a lot of times the city woman's like this. And the city woman may even have an arch in hers. My girlfriend has an arch in her foot. She's got beautiful feet. My ex-wife had beautiful feet. But if you see somebody in the province, they're going to look like this. And if anybody's looking from the Philippines and married to somebody in the province, they know that their wife's feet is like that. Amen said, if you marry a Filipino, Derek, can you put her on your health insurance? Yes or no? And what does the private health insurance cover? Well, if you're talking about here in the Philippines, see, after 2017, you have to have your own policy with Field Health over here. You can't be on her policy. She can't be on yours. Now, in America, obviously, yes, you can put her on your health insurance. But over here, you're going to have two policies, one for you, one for her. Amen. Okay. Say Frosty says, nice feet. L laughed my ass off. Hey, Stay Frosty, he said, good day, Calvin. What's cracking? Man, just got out of the shower, doing my live, and then I'm going to go over here and check on the progress. I purchased 150 hollow blocks because that main wall, because I'm rebuilding baby Denise's room to make it bigger. So that main wall, if you go in the video, you'll see where everything's missing. And I say, hey guys, look at this. This is the elements here. We're putting hollow block all the way down the length of the house, about 8 foot high. Then from there, we're going to go up with plywood. It's going to be nice, guys. When you see this before and after, it's going to blow your mind. You know, I found 3 good guys that I can trust. They're good workers. They know what they're doing. And this before and after, man, I'm excited about it, man. I know I'm going to break down and get emotional about it. Already the floor looks good if y'all seen it. Stay Frosty said, yes, we fish for relaxation, but eat it also. Cool, man. Building time. Good stuff, bro. Hey, thank you, Jason Kincaid, for that super chat. I'd like to help support that effort. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your kindness, your generosity, your support. I set a budget. I should be able to do it for about $3,000. You know, that way I know I've got that money in my pocket. But I don't want to use the cheap stuff, because then 1 or 2 years down the line, I'll be right back over there. Because a friend of mine, he's one of my subscribers. He's a civil engineer. He said, Calvin, don't use anything less than 5/8 plywood. That's for sure. Bill Pruitt says the best health insurance in the Philippines is Pacific Cross, a little over $2,000 a year. Wow, I'm going to have to look into that. You know, as a matter of fact, one of my subscribers, AZ, he was telling me about that yesterday. So thank you, Bill, for bearing witness to what he said. So, hey, guys, once my field health is up, I'm going to look into that. That's not that bad. John Sparks says there are some better deals in specific health out there. Shop around. Can you be more specific? Because we like to do that. Yeah, no refunds in the Philippines. That laptop isn't cutting it. You know, it's crazy though. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm looking at myself, and it looks fine to me. I don't know. Maybe it's the signal going out, but it looks the same as it always does. Even the video. This is the same. If you go and you look at the video that me and John made yesterday, that interview, it's from this same camera, the same video. I mean, the same computer, the same internet speed. So I don't know. Christopher Leroy says, glad you made tonight. You running on Philippine time nowadays. I am. I have to, of course. Ronald Jefferson said, thought you forgot us. Christopher Wolfgang says a bandwidth issue. Choo-Choo said, I think it's just a glare off the window. Everything else is great, man. Let's see if I turn it around this way and see if I can get away from this glare a little bit better. What's that like, guys? Hey, 501 Hellraiser. Good morning, Brother Calvin from Little Rock, Arkansas. Man, I tell you what, I hope everything's settling down. I read an article in Time Magazine a long time ago about the gang violence in Little Rock. Have they got that situation taken care of, Hellraiser? Dante Will, what's going on? Nobody special. You assimilated. He said, yeah, we signal, bro. Just a little fuzzy, but all good. Thanks, man. The Lone Ranger says Pacific Cross covers you even when you travel. Ronald Jefferson says you need better equipment we can get. I tell you what, man, I'm using one of the top of the line computers over here, this Huawei. I just don't know why I'm having problems today. Maybe because it's a overcast. I don't know, because it looks normal to me. It looks like it did the other day, 2 days ago on my. Robert Sims says hello from Hammond, California. He said, looks good to me. Ingram Davis says, Calvin, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it because I don't worry over here. I mean, you know, remember, we're in the Philippines, guys. I guess you've never been over here before. Some of you who are complaining, man, trust me, we're not dealing with 100 and 400 MBPs over here like y'all are. Man, when I left America in 2018, I was running 100. It's more than that now. You can get like 400 over there where I am now. Cool Breeze said, what's up from Seattle? Yeah, that's where Quincy Jones is from, brother. Daryl M says you need to upgrade your internet plan. Well, you know, hey, what's going on, D? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good to see you. How's baby Denise? I was there yesterday, and she's doing good, man. We took her some milk. We took her some diapers over there, as we do about every 2 days. She goes through a lot of diapers, and she looks good, man. She's happy now. Every time she sees me, she recognizes me now. She smiles, really. Mel A says we're sick and tired. Robert Sanford said, what's up, Uncle Calvin? Speak the truth. Hold on for 1 second. Sophia, can you see who that is? Somebody at the door. Lee Smith says, good day, brother. I'm joining from Florida. What's going on in Florida, man? What is that for? Too big? Hold on, guys. I think it's water. Wait. Oh, delivery? Hello. Okay, Kila. How much?
Honey, what's that?
5,000. What is it?
I don't know.
That's how much? 5,000.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, 5,000. Yeah. I thought you said come on in here. Oh man. What in the world did I order? Yeah, I was shocked. I'm like,
to pay 5,000.
thank you. Over 20 minutes. Okay, over 20. Yeah, I heard him say my name and I was like, oh, yeah, about my name. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Your ID number, your passport ID. Your ID number. We need ID number now.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what that was. That's right.
529. 522.
522 11
3776. Okay, thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
And sorry, guys, I had a delivery. Hey, guys, hit that like button. Let me see. Hey, AJ Eckling. Is that? Yeah, Eckling. Good evening from Orlando, Florida. Thanks for that super chat. I appreciate it, brother. Calvin's work on the house is inspiring. Thank you, Brad. It's coming along, man. I've got 3 good guys now that I can trust. I can buy the equipment, leave it over there, and when I come back, they're working, man. Nicholas Cherry said was that lunch. Now we like to cook our own food here, but that restaurant I took John to, him and his wife that we met over there, it's delicious. I think I'm gonna take my wife there today, and we'll eat some ribs over there. They got some good beef ribs. The Lone Stranger said, what exactly is that little girl's handicap? She has cerebral palsy. And hey, James Lance, thank you. He said, Calvin, I need details on how to join your Patreon page. Go on my video yesterday, James, and in the description, just click on the description or the comments. Just click on the Patreon page. It'll take you right there. And then it'll ask you, I've got $3, $5, and $9 memberships. You know, Patreon gives me a lot more freedom of speech. There's no trolls over there. A bunch of like-minded people coming together. You know, we're trying to learn. We're trying to be positive over there. And that's what I like about it. Thank you so much, James. I really, really appreciate your continued support. Let's see. James Lance said, LOL, Cal, I'm doing business. That was a delivery. Luis Martinez says, how did you find baby Denise? Well, Luis, if you go on my Sunshine Shoulder Facebook page, I give indiscriminately from my own pocket. What I decided to do, Luis, was I was down in Zamboanga, man, you know, feeling sorry for myself, pouting, and it hit me. I said, you know, people around me are suffering worse than I am. So I decided I was going to sacrifice 1,000 pesos a week out of my savings to help indiscriminately around there with a spin wheel. So what I told them to do was go to my YouTube channel here. It's only for my Filipino subscribers because they don't look at my channel. Subscribe, and I enter their name and spin wheel. Well, somebody there said, hey, there's a little girl in San Carlos City that you may need to go take a look. And they pointed me in her direction, and I'm so glad they did, man. You know, it's the first time in 12 years I've ever helped anybody specifically. I don't do that. I know better. But I tell you, I was compelled to help this. I'm going to tell you, man, this little girl was in dire straits. She was, I mean, drinking sugar water, very little to eat, living in squalid conditions, sleeping on the floor, man. It was so heart-wrenching, Louise, man. I tell you, my mother raised me on compassion. No way I could pass that up. I would take any risk. You know, they talking about, oh, the Philippines is going to turn you in. No, it's going to be some Western guy sitting behind his computer, miserable in America, France, Britain, or one of them places that will turn me in. And I'm not doing anything wrong. This money's coming from my own pocket. Okay, but yeah, Louise, that's how I found her. And, you know, thank God I did. You know, I was led to her by the Spirit, man. I ain't even talking about, you know, religion or anything like that. Yeah, Louise, you're exactly right. You know, anybody that believes in God, I'm going to tell you something right now. Sometimes God works through people. You know, y'all heard that joke, you know, the man is stuck down in that hole, and, you know, when they send the boat, they send a crane, they send a tank. He says, no, I'm waiting on the Lord. Then when he dies and he goes to heaven, he said, Lord, why did you forsake me when I'm down in that hole? He said, well, hell, I sent the boat, I sent the crane, I sent the tank, and you turned them all away. And that's the way I look at it, guys, today. If you need help, reach out, man. Somebody's there to help you, guys. Okay. Mel A, check out Finn Snow videos on Chipaway and San Carlos City. Yeah, he does a lot of tourist type videos, and I follow him, but that's not what I do. You know, see, a lot of guys, if you really want to like tourist type of videos and look at me and all of that, then that's where you go. Finn, he's got a good show, but that's not, you know, he's not going to tell you the things I'm going to tell you. He's a great vlogger. And like I said, I follow him. I support all YouTube vloggers. I never put anybody down, but we're just different. And that's good. That's a good thing about YouTube. You get a little bit, it's like a smorgasbord. You know, you like what you want. You take what you want and leave the rest. Well, Wallet Speculation says, Sunshine, you should be putting your Patreon link in the About section of this channel. Well, okay, that's true. Good. Thank you. Because I'm just putting it in my description and my comments. Thank you, sir, for that. See, I'm green at this, guys, but I tell you this all the time, and I tell you it again. I've got the best subscribers in YouTube, man. We help each other. This is a brotherhood. P City says, how to do that long plane ride to the Philippines. Do you sleep most of the trip? Is it a 2-3 seat, a 2-seat plane? Oh, no. This is a 777 most of the time. In the beginning, I was riding on a 747, and I can't really sleep on planes. I take naps. I wake up. It's really like flying it's really like driving in a car. Every now and then you hit some pockets, but they've got every movie, and you know, you just watch movies, you go to sleep a little bit, you wake up, watch another movie. By the time you watch about 4 or 5 movies, because they cut that trip up from Chicago. We'll fly from Chicago to either Hong Kong, Japan, or Korea. So that's about 12 or 13 hours. So you watch about 4 or 5 movies, you're there. Then you watch 1 or 2 movies from that point to the Philippines. But no, I can't sleep on those planes, man. You know, up into 2015, man, I was a plane whisperer. Trust me. Planes didn't bother me, man. I love planes, but something happened to me in 2015. I don't know, out of some clear blue sky, man, I'll be praying, sweating, and everything to get on a plane. It's all in my mind because I know I'm going to be safe. When I get up there, man, it's nothing. It's just getting up there. It's like exercising. People don't exercise. It's all in their mind. But once they start exercising and seeing how good it feels and it's not as bad as you were thinking it was, you'll start exercising more. That's how it is with me with flying. Now, it didn't used to be. Man, I could get on a plane and go anywhere, man. It wouldn't bother me. Amen says you're a better blogger. You tell it from the heart. You're living it, bro. Hey, thank you, man. And see, that's all I want to do. I want to come across as one of you because I am one of you. I'm just sitting over here now, and I'm going to give you the nitty gritty, the boots on the ground stuff, guys. I'm not going to fly drones all over this place. Now, I've got some ideas coming up now. I'm going to hire me. Y'all going to love some of these videos I got coming up the next few days. I've got one that I'm working on now. I'm going to introduce, instead of doing an interview, because a lot of these women, they're so shy, but I'll do one, but they have to be, from now on, if she's not a 8, 9, or 10, I'm not going to waste y'all's time, okay? But I'm going to do a video. I'm going to introduce you to the beautiful women of San Carlos City. Every beautiful woman that I see, I'm just have her stop and say, hello, Sunshine Shoulders. My name is, I live in San Carlos City. And I'm just going to have like a 15-minute video of that. I'm going to, today, I'm going to hire me a pit driver, because that way I'm even with the road. It's like I'm walking, he's going slow. And I'm going to take you all around to the market, to the malls, everywhere. I'm going to show you this place in slow motion. And I'm going to be talking behind it live. There's nothing going to be edited. Sun Moon says, Calvin, I have bad anxiety when it comes to flying. Was looking into taking a freighter. Well, Sun Moon, if you're like me, it's all in your mind. Go to your doctor. I didn't do this, but this is what I was told. Go to your doctor and tell them if he gives you something like Xanax or something like that, you'll be fine. Because you probably, if you're not afraid to get in a car, they said that you're more likely to slip in your shower, hit your head and die than dying on a plane. It's true. The only reason why they build these plane accidents up is because they happen so infrequently, guys. That's why they get so much news coverage. Man, it's millions of flights around the world. Like 1 billion people at any time is up there in that air pre-pandemic, man. It's a lot of people. A-Man says, any gyms in San Carlos? Yeah, there's a good one called the Viper Gym. It's very good. And they've got, see, the good thing about the Philippines, and I don't know if I've ever told y'all this or not, but the personal trainers over here are free. Once you join that membership, it's going to cost about 400 pesos a month, or you can pay 25 pesos a day, which is 50 cent US a day. They've got personal trainers in there. I'm talking about they've got bodybuilders who compete. These guys, I mean, they're beasts in there. They will, because they were working with me, because I didn't know how to lift weights. That's why I don't lift weights. They will tell you the technique, the reps. They'll ask you your age. They'll do it all for free, man. I've never seen anything like it before. Peter Robinson says, good morning, Calvin, from Gerald, England. Wow. I love England. Pinoy 101 says, have you ever been to the VA for mental health? I haven't. I've never been to the VA here. I live so far down that I've never been up there. But from the reviews, they say it's a good place. Ronald Jefferson said, Calvin, can you put an antenna? Well, see, it's not my place. I'm renting here. And I'm sorry, Ron, I can't do it. Yeah, Viper Gym. You dirty puppy, you're right. Yeah, it's a good gym. Hey, Gino Asherman, I love that 1111, brother. Thanks for that super chat. I know what that means. He said, video is choppy, but we hear you. Audio is solid. Shout it out loud. COVID ain't going away. Nobody should be part of the trust deficit. Get vaccinated. Get the vaccine passport, and we will beat COVID. I agree with you 100%. But like I said, man, I've been out of the loop for so long that I didn't know that was a political argument over there in America, man. We'll argue about anything over there. That's why I'm glad I'm over here, man. We deal in common sense over here, okay? You'll eat all that processed food over there, but you don't want to, which is, by the way, is going to kill you ultimately. Not some vaccine, not AIDS, not some drugged robber on the street. It's what you put in your mouth is what's going to kill you ultimately. Okay, so Come on, y'all. Let's not argue with this stuff. It's common sense. If you don't want to take the vaccine, don't take it. It's your choice. I'm taking it. If you want to, unsubscribe from me for that, man, how shallow is that, guys? Lloyd P says, if you were to move to the Philippines for the first time today, what would be the least amount you take as far as money to make the move? Well, first of all, come over here with a passive income. If you got a passive income, then just say, for instance, you're coming over here, like the guy says, with his $1,600 US per month, allow him to live in the Philippines. If you had that $1,600 a month coming in, you could bring $2,500 over here and get started because the cost of living is so cheap. You're going to be able to add to that every month like I do. See, now, my passive income comes from my insurance renewals. Okay, so that means I get about now. I was getting about $1,500 in 2021. It's going to be somewhere around a little bit over $1,300. I'm still able to put $200 a month away, more during the pandemic, because I can't go anywhere. Really, but this is the Philippines, guys. Remember the 300 rule. Nothing in my house costs over $300. Why? I'm in the Philippines. I don't need a 70-inch screen TV. Now, if you want to buy one, go right ahead. I don't need the fanciest living room set and dinette set that you can buy over here. I don't need it. I'm in the Philippines. That's overkill to me, but it's just your lifestyle. I can't tell you what to do. That's the truth. And that's just the way I see it. And that's why I'm so comfortable. See, the only thing worse than bringing your Filipina to America, in my opinion, is bringing America to the Philippines. Guys, don't do it. It's going to ruin your time over here. See, don't bring America over here. Number one, you're going to ruin your woman as worse as if you take her to America. And I'm going to give you an example of this, guys. This is very, very important. This is boots on the ground, inside information. Nobody's ever going to tell you this. See, when you bring your woman over here, let me tell you something. Filipino women, they know their place over here, and they will respect the lowest man on the totem pole over here, meaning the pedicab driver, the tricycle driver, 10 times more than they'll respect you. So when you come over here with that American stuff and, oh, baby, you can do whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say, man, you're going to ruin that woman, with your American chivalry and all that. It's okay. We're going to treat the woman with respect, but look, she knows her place over here, man. Leave her in her place, guys. Don't upset the cart, because that's what we do when we come over here. A lot of shit over here, excuse my language, doesn't make sense, and it's going to never make sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to be reality over here. My girlfriend made me so mad the other day. We're going to the beach. We hired a tricycle driver. She would not ask him how much he would charge us to take us. She was that afraid of him. But let me do one little thing. She'll get tempo. Well, she won't get tempo, but she'll get angry. She wants to raise her voice, which we've never had an argument. But I mean, she's tougher with me because I did that. I gave her that rope. See, the rope over here that they deal with is short. And so, treat them with love, treat them with kindness, treat them with respect, but don't uproot them out of their culture over here, or you're going to pay for it, man. I saw another old goat who trained his girlfriend to vlog on YouTube. Once she got over 1,000 subs, she dumped his dumb ass. That's what Rob said. Well, see, it's not about the boots on the ground nitty gritty I give you. It's not about her leaving you, see, because most of these Filipinos, majority of them, they got common sense. They're not stupid, okay? I don't care what you look like. If you're taking good care of her, you treating her right, you giving her that new life, see, because a new life is more than money, guys. A new life is freedom of expression, freedom of speech, See, you're giving her that because she doesn't have that over here. See, she's not going to leave you for somebody else. Now, over in America, it might be different, but most of them won't even leave you over in America, man. They know a good thing. Retired 2019. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hang Lee said life is short in the Philippines. Well, you know, that's because they don't take care of themselves. You take care of yourself like you would anywhere else, you can live just as long as anybody else. But you better not come over here and get on that Philippine diet. It'll definitely kill you. You know, all that rice and, you know, I tell you this, I remind you guys of this all the time. 50% of the Filipino adults in this country are low on protein. They don't get the right amount of protein. 90% do not get the right amount of calcium. Okay, that's why you see these little bitty people walking around here. Their body mass, it shrinks. And yours will too if you get on that diet. And you'll die early too. So eat a lot of chicken over here. Eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Exercise, get active, man. Walk. You don't have to do my routine. Walk. See, get out in that sun, even though it's hot. Get out there for at least 15 minutes a day. Bring you some protein powder over here. One of the questions is, Calvin, do you take any vitamin supplements over here? Absolutely. I take fish oil, one fish oil tablet. I take one vitamin D3. I take one multivitamin, and I take one vitamin E. The vitamin D3 is something when you're younger, your body produces. But as you get older, it doesn't produce as much. And also you can get that from the sun. So I take that. Of course, you know, the fish oil, you know, the multivitamin, you know, it gives me energy, man. It gives me strength. And then the vitamin E, I just recently started taking that, you know, for my skin and, you know, trying to smooth my skin out. Prune Picker says, hi, Calvin. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, are most Filipino women loyal? Absolutely. See, guys, when I talk to you about Filipinos, I'm talking about that small percentage. Majority of Filipinos are diamonds. Yeah, they're a sight to behold. You will be lucky to have one. Okay, she will make your wildest dreams come true. You fall in love with her every single day. Every day will be a honeymoon. Yeah. See, when I tell you guys about certain things about Filipinos, it's a small amount, and it happens enough. I have to warn you. That's the only reason I say. I'm gonna tell you, 96% of Filipinos, man, you can go through the street blindfolded and pick one, and she'll be the best woman you've ever had in your life. You can take that to the bank. Okay. I told you I'm a two-time loser, and that's only because they were young. See, one thing about Filipinos that I don't like, a lot of them when they're young, they're not good listeners. See, they've always got that phone in their hand, so a problem to you is not going to be a problem to them. See, they have no sympathy for your problems because they think we're on easy street, that we don't have problems, that they only have problems. See, because they've seen pain, suffering, and misery on a level that we've never seen and never experienced. So when you come over here talking about your anxiety or your depression or something like that, they don't take you serious and they don't sympathize with you guys. So when it comes down to for serious talk about whatever problems you have, they're not listening. And that's the problem. That was the problem with my two. Otherwise, they're beautiful women. I wish them nothing but the best in the world. I'm not bitter. We're amicably separated now, and they're truly my exes. But my woman I have now, she's a lot older. She's 38. She's so much more mature. She's a professional bookkeeper. She knows everybody in this town, from the mayor on down. When I came here, listen to this, guys. from Zamboanga to San Carlos City. I was supposed to do my 14-day quarantine in one of those government facilities or a hotel at my expense. Because of her connections, I was able to do it at home, guys. That's a big deal. So yes, 96% of Filipino women are loyal. They're the best women you can ever imagine having. But it's the small percentage, the ones that we always seem to bump into, that put themselves in our path, that we have a trouble with. See, so I have to warn you about them because that's a lot. If 10% is 5 million, then, 4% would be what? Half of that? Over 2 million women, man, that's out here scamming you. Timothy Bright says, a black man, I lost my desire for American women, especially my own race. Feminist, independent woman turns me out. Join the club, brother, okay? But you're not going to have that problem over here. This is one of the last bastions on this planet where women are still women and they love it. They don't have a problem being women. They don't want to do everything you do over here. If you drive a truck, there's no women truck drivers over here, guys. There's no women taxi drivers over here. There's no women construction workers over here. You understand that. They want to be women. They want to be pretty. Hey, Lord P. Thanks for that super chat. Hit the thumbs up, guys. That's what he said. And I agree with him. Come on, guys. I don't really know what it does, but I know it helps me. But yeah, this is one of the last places on earth where you can come and meet a real feminine woman. I'm talking about feminine to the T, from her head to her toe. And it's something so rare. That's why I call them unicorns over here. That you coming from a West, especially America, oh my God. If a Filipino smokes, you won't know it, man. You can't. I've never met no woman that I've ever dealt with smokes. Now, do they smoke over here? Yeah, but you don't. I don't ever see it. They're women in every facet of the wave, guys. I'm telling you, my plate is fixed first in here. Then there's little kids in here. She's got a 6-year-old daughter, a 15-year-old daughter. They fix my plate first. I sit at the table and eat by myself because they will not eat until I'm finished. That's the lifestyle over here, see? It takes some getting used to. Yeah, see? I mean, everything. I don't do anything over here but play my role. I pay the bills. I'm the protector. Nobody better not come through that gate with any problems. They got to deal with me. But everything else, her and her mother take care of it, man. I better not try to wash one dish. I better not try to go into the bathroom and clean the bathroom or sweep the floor or mop it. Okay? I'm going to tell you, he says, yes, let's punch Calvin to find all the dark Filipinas. Well, I tell you what, there's all shapes, sizes, and colors over here, guys, because the Philippines, remember, you can't stereotype the Filipinos. They're so diverse. I mean, there's Filipinos over here that are darker than me. That's why people always mistake me for Filipino. Yeah. I mean, you see them, you see it all over here, guys. Ricardo Evans says, have you noticed that your girl has been upset with you more lately or not listening to the things you say? Maybe she is bothered by the things you are doing for the little girl. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. When that first started, I did see that tinge of jealousy. But now, because I transmit my love and care for people onto her and onto others. See, but you're right, man. For some reason over here, their jealousy is different than ours. Everybody around the world is jealous, gets jealous. And according to the American Psychologist Association, jealousy is actually a form of insanity because there's really no reason to be jealous. There's really enough, believe it or not, no matter how they spend it on the TV, there's enough here for everybody. Okay. So, yeah, I did. But now Everything's okay. Uh, even the neighbors, see, I've transmitted that. They see I'm real. They see I'm not over there. Because see, every time I go over there, I don't take a camera. Like today I will, because I'm going to show y'all. We bought those hollow blocks. I'm going to show y'all that they started work on that. See, I'm going to just give you the pieces at a time till it's all done. Then I'm going to show you, and you go back to that video already posted, and it's going to shock you. Because anything I do 100%. I don't have steps. See, the universe won't help me if I have steps. If I ask for luxury and I start living the luxury way, I'm going to get luxury. That's the way I think. So I'm thinking first class over there. I'm going first class all the way. And that's what we're going to get on that little house over there. Good Daddy Adventure says, Calvin, do you see many East Asian Filipinos at St. Carlos? I do. And like I said, I wouldn't know an East Asian Filipino from a regular Filipino, but I know that when you go to the marketplace, because they come down from the mountains, they come from all over to that marketplace, you will see the gamut, man. It will shock you. Hey, Ron Bizzle, it's a great balance there, even with their day-to-day struggle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that super chat, brother. But you will see the gamut. You will see the typical Filipino that we see on TV, you know, the light skin. You see some white ones. You'll see ones darker than me. You'll see them just a shade lighter than me. All shapes, sizes. Some of the Filipinos, man, you know, they're very, very tiny. They're short. And you know, I mean, they almost look like Mexicans. Yeah, you see it all at that marketplace. You're not going to see it at the mall. See, at the mall, it's like going to church. They put on their best show and they put their best face, and because the mall is someplace to hang out and look good and look hip. But you go to that marketplace, you're going to see it all. I tell you what. Kevin Smith says, brother, you're hitting the nail on the head. I know I speak for everyone here when I say we appreciate the knowledge that you're dropping. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Kevin. But this is just the real life living over here. I don't know how to wait. It wouldn't help you guys if I flew drones all over the place. You know, I'm going to take you around. I promise you that when they open up, and I'm going to show you this beautiful place, but I'm going to still give you the nitty gritty. I'm still going to be some boots on the ground, raw, unpolished stuff. Just like I'm doing my live, I do my videos, guys. There's no editing. I just, you know, if something crosses my mind, I talk about it for 15 minutes. Choo-Choo says when you're showing that on your video, you're actually cheering us up and getting us to go help people. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I want to be, you know, I say it all the time. Sometimes my blogs are inspirational, motivational, entertaining. Most of the time they're informative, but they're never negative, see? That's why I won't tolerate that on my channel. I want my YouTube channel to be a brotherhood. I want us to help each other, you know, in any way we can, you know, and that's the truth. Timothy Bright says, hey, Calvin, you see many blacks over there, especially in your neighborhood? Not in my neighborhood, but, man, you go up in Angeli City. I was talking to my friend Anthony, who he lives in BGC in Manila. He lives in a real exclusive, nice area. He works at the embassy, and that's all. Yeah, he says that blacks have a whole community up there that I need to see from my own eyes. See, this is something I didn't know. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. But I tell you, I talked to this brother for about 40 minutes Saturday, and I learned more in 40 minutes about life up in Pampanga, Olongapo, Angeli City, and all that than I knew in my whole 12 years. This brother's sharp. He knows it all, and he says he goes up there because it's only like an hour and a half or 2 hour drive from where he lives. He said they even got a soul food restaurant up there. Imagine that. And he sent me some pictures, man. The food looks like it does at home. I got to get up there, man. Yeah, brother. Yeah, they got it going on over here. They got their own community. Hey, Phil Hall 007, thanks for that super chat. He said, all the best to you and the family and all the good you do. Greetings from the Bay Area. Hey, thank you, brother. I love the Bay Area, and I've only been there a few times. I was working for a contractor up in Martinez, California, and we had the weekend out, so we went down to the wharf in San Francisco. I had my portrait done by the people down there, and my ex-wife, man, she knew. Hey, Phil, it meant the world to me, that picture. You know how it takes only about 5 minutes for them to do it. I mean, it's beautiful. And don't you know, she ripped that thing to shreds, man. Just jealousy. Anything that meant anything to me, she tore it up. Hey, Prune Picker, good night, brother. Thank you. You're welcome, man. I know it's getting late there. What time is it here? It's, it's 11 o'clock here, so it's probably 10 o'clock on the East Coast. John Wells at Calvin says Calvin's neighborhood is a lot nicer than mine, but see, it really doesn't matter because the people are going to treat you the same. But he's right. I live in like a middle class, but my rent's not much different than his. He just found that place and he liked it, and that's what I would suggest to you. John, nobody's broken in John's house. No, he's never had any problems over here, and he lives around some of the hard ankles over there that drive the pedicabs and the tricycles, but they're some of the nicest people. They're the ones that's going to look after you. Hey, Rasta Natty, when will you start fixing the house? I'm already started, brother. And if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see where the floor is almost finished. Yesterday, I had to buy some more gravel, 2 more cubics of gravel, 2 more cubics of sand, about 10 more bags of concrete. And now, yesterday, I bought 150 hollow blocks because we're going to make that whole wall where you see where nothing's there, only the elements. We're going to replace that whole wall with hollow block. I bought more of the 10 millimeter, those things that they put in the floor before they pour the concrete and all that. Oh, yeah, we're already got started, brother. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Hey, Jason, I'm going to be honest with you. I've got a good camera. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble today. I mean, go on John Wells, go on my channel and look at the interview with John Wells. It's the same equipment, guys, with the same Wi-Fi. So I can't explain it. But remember, you're in the Philippines. It doesn't have to make sense, guys. See, that's our problem. That's part of our American thinking. It has to make sense. Well, why isn't your Wi-Fi? It was good the other day, but it's not good today. Because we're in the Philippines, guys. I'll say that 10 times. I'll say it 100 times. It doesn't have to make sense over here. One day you're going to get up and you're going to think, man, look at his Wi-Fi. They got the best Wi-Fi in the world in the Philippines. Then one day you're going to get up there and all you're going to see is my silhouette and be like, what in the hell happened to his Wi-Fi? It's just how it is, guys. Jordan said it's the live stream. Live streams are usually blurry for lots of people. Oh, thanks, Jordan. See, there it is. That's what he said. Christopher Leroy says, I'm 48 and retired. I'm tired of the rat race. I got $1,250 a month passive and $20,000 cash a year. Thoughts? Is that good enough? Now, is that $1,250 a month or $250 a month? Hey, Kevin Smith, thanks for that super chat. If you got $1,250 and $20,000, man, that's a lot in the Philippines. Remember, 20,000, that's $1 million. That makes you a millionaire over here. That's 1 million pesos, so you're a millionaire. That's absolutely a lot. See, you got that $1,250 coming in every month. What are you going to need the 20,000 for just to sit there for an emergency? That's all you're going to do. And then don't move in Metro Manila. Move somewhere else. There was a guy on one of my subscribers. He's got some apartments up there, utilities included, for $300 a month, somewhere up north of Manila. Yeah. Or you can move down here to San Carlos, somewhere in Mindanao. Man, look, the Philippines has 7,641 islands, man. I mean, so many cities, municipalities, islands. Trust me, bro. Victor Gordon said in Makati, you'll be broke. Absolutely. But in San Carlos, you will live good. Wells Family Journey, thanks for that super chat, man. Thanks for your support. And Joy Castillo, thank you. I would love to interview you, young lady, because she gives some real good, down-to-earth advice. She says Manila's already too populated. And it's true. Listen, guys, the Army Corps of Engineers, look this up if you don't believe me. When they designed Manila, it was supposed to be the Los Angeles of, the Southeast Asia. It was only designed for 800,000 people. Listen to me. There's 20 million or 25 million people living there now. I wouldn't go nowhere near Manila. Hey, 4711, thanks for that super chat. But this young lady, I tell you what, you really should start a YouTube channel because she's got a lot of down-to-earth information, and she's not, one of them, what I want to call it, fancy smancy type people that, they change once they get on YouTube. Yeah. They forget about the 15 square foot cubo they lived in last week with the dirt floor and the dirty kitchen, and they eating with their hands. See, once they get on YouTube and they get a few subscribers, they forget about that, which is the worst thing they could do. If you would only show people where you really come from, you'd probably have 1 million subscribers, because that is what intrigues us. That is what we're interested in. We want to try to understand how can people live like that and still be happy, because in our minds, we can't wrap our minds around it. And that's another thing. It doesn't have to make sense, guys. A little guy, young guy, on my last vlog, he said, when I told him what the average monthly income was in the Philippines, he said, man, I can't imagine, how do they live off of that? Hey, Lucky Jazzy, thanks for that super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, I can't imagine, how can anyone live off that? It doesn't make sense, he says. And I was like, oh my God, it doesn't have to make sense, brother, but they do it, and they do it well, and they do it with a smile on their face. I've learned so much from these people over here, man. That's why I'm not going anywhere. Remember the guy says how people in the Philippines don't live long. I guarantee you, if I stay here and never go back to that rat race, that matrix over there, I'll live to be 100 over here. True. Anthony B says, where are you at, Calvin? I'm in Negros Occidental, in the second-class city called San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, which I'm going to tell you, it reminds me of some place in the Midwest. They've got, and I've got some film of it I'm going to put on one of my videos. They've got a solar energy farm right up the street here, man. It's the country's first utility scale solar farm. And it's running, man, at about 45 MW, whatever MW means. We go past it all the time. It's about impressive as anything you're going to see anywhere in the world, man. This San Carlos City, I don't know who the mayor is. I don't know who the council people are. But, man, they're putting their money back into this place. Yeah. They got parks here. They've got, it'll blow your mind. You come here. You won't believe it. I'm getting ready to put this in Expat Alley. Yeah. A new guy could come here and be comfortable pre-pandemic. But then again, see, I forgot to ask John this question. There's a lot of foreigners here, Americans, but see, they're in cliques. They belong to these groups and associations that I don't belong to. But John says it's a lot of them here. See, maybe you might can join one of them associations or something, but he says there's plenty here. But, excuse me, the standard of living here, oh yeah, it belongs in Expat Alley. It's just, right now there's not a lot of people to talk to, man. I'm so thankful for John that he just don't know. And see, John's a unicorn in himself. You see his attitude and personality. This guy's humble, man. He's smart. as a whip. But he's humble. You see how he dresses, normal. But yeah, he's knowledgeable, man. He knows a lot. Yeah, you're right. The guy says money doesn't buy you happiness. I see that. I know that now over in the Philippines, man. I'm gonna tell you, these people will give you the shirt off their back, and that's the only shirt they got. I was in Miagao, Iloilo, visiting some friends, man. Now these are really middle class Filipinos. They own nice homes, which, by the way, they built themselves. They own their own rice field. They own their own tricycles that they use as a business. And don't you know, they would not let me spend one penny, not one peso. The whole month I was there, I never spent. Ate good every day. Exercised. You know, this is pre-pandemic. This is March of 2019. Man, this is a Philippines, guys, that you don't see. They don't show it to you on the news. All they show you is that old Western spin. They'll show you Tondo down in Manila. Man, this place, it's just like the same way they do Africa. They don't show the best parts of Africa. They show you them mud huts and stuff like that. Man, there's some places over here that is as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than any Western country has to offer, guys. Trust me. This place is vast, you know. And then when you throw in that cost of living, the Philippines would be way at the top if it were closer. The logistics is the only thing. Gino Asherman says, all the best American blogs are from you gentlemen on the Visayas. Rat race abound throughout Luzon. Yeah, it is kind of like a rat race, but if you go north of there a little bit more, like I've got a friend, Philip Cooper. He lives in a little sleepy town up there. He lives right on the beach, as a matter of fact, in this little sleepy town. I think it's called Cando City. Joy Casillo says Filipinos are very hospitable. Absolutely. I tell you, they leave you alone here, man. They let you have the run of this place so long as you act like you got some sense. Don't come over here with all that swag and all of that, you know, swagger and, bravado, because you don't know where the trouble's coming from. Everybody looks the same. You don't know the good guys from the bad guys. Yeah. See, while you over acting bad, one day you go out there to get your cup of coffee or some of them hot rolls that they make here. See, that's another thing, guys, that I miss, that I don't miss from America, because we don't have it in America. They got these bakeries over here. They cook hot rolls in the morning, noon, and evening. Yeah, you can smell it all over. You go there, man. I mean, it's like butter. They just break in half. Spanish bread, cheese bread, you name it. Panda sal. I mean, man, I'm gonna show you guys. It's unbelievable, man. Stuff that you never heard about. When you think about the Philippines, you don't think about it. Our thinking in America is so shallow about the Philippines that it's unbelievable how little we know about this place. It's only when you get over here, your mind is going to be blown. Those mountains I always tell you about, be honest, raise your hand if somebody, when people talk about the Philippines, mountains comes to your mind. You lie if you say they did, because it don't. Trust me. Man, hey, Victor Gordon, the Spanish bread, if you get them when they first cook it, that's the best bread you ever want to taste. I mean, it'll melt in your mouth. It will literally melt in your mouth. The cheese bread is the same way. But these are just little small bakeries with these little small ovens in the back. Yeah. I mean, because I'm going to tell you one more thing that you're going to notice about the Philippines when you go like on the street. In any city, any hamlet, every inch is occupied by some type of business. This is the macro and micro business capital of Southeast Asia. You know, I may even say the world, but hell, I forgot India's right up the street. And hell, there's 1 billion people there. But every inch, I was in Bacala the other day, going to renew my visa. And I was in the taxi, man, you know, because I catch it from the bus station to the immigration. And it just hit me. I was like, wow, there's not 1 inch available. Everything. They're either making furniture, they're selling something, they're offering some type of service on both sides of the street, everywhere you go. You know, and you just never, it never came to my mind when I think about the Philippines. I'm so shallow when they talk about the Philippines, women and beaches, and that's it. And maybe typhoons. Lucky Jazzy says, better for black and brown people to live abroad, not in North America. You know what? I tell you what, I'm going to say this. I don't have to be black. I don't have to be white. I don't have to be anything over here. See, that's what's so appealing about the Philippines. They're not looking at my skin. I promise you guys. They're looking at my heart. They're judging me by my character. They could give a damn what I look like. You see my hair, man. They don't care that I got this. The guy asked me why did I cut all the hair off my face. That's shallow, man. I hope you're looking at this, man. That is so shallow, brother. They don't care about that stuff over here. They're trying to live life on life terms. They're worried about, hey, is this guy a good guy? He's not going to try to date my 15-year-old daughter. He's not going to try to scam me, sell me some type of network marketing, you know. He's a good guy. That's all they worry about over here, guys. I promise you that. They don't give a damn if I shave all my face off. They don't care, guys. He said, does the family continue to pressure the Filipina to guilt so she seems more by home than prepared for her retirement? No, they don't have to pressure her. See, culture is culture. It's bred within her. It's in her bones. But see, the Filipina is so brilliant, man. I'm telling you guys, read some of my videos. Man, when I talk about I'm talking about the bad Filipinos. The good Filipinos, they're brilliant. They're intelligent. Most of them are college educated. That's a balancing act. They can walk that tightrope. Hey, Eric Terry, thanks for that super chat, brother. They can walk that tightrope blindfolded, brother. I mean, they're sharp. They're some of the sharpest people, women or men, you're ever going to meet. Hey, Rasta Natty, thanks for that super chat. I'm telling you the nitty gritty. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to lie. There's nothing for me to lie about. Some of these women over here can do everything. My woman back there, she can do it all, man. She's a bookkeeper. She's a mother. She can speak. She was in network marketing before. She can speak in front of hundreds of people. Yeah. She can give a good massage. She's, you know, did I say she's a great mother? Yeah. She has contacts all over this place. Okay. Whatever she tries to do, she does it well. Okay. These women over here, I'm telling you, man, they're a throwback. It reminds you of something in the United States in the 50s. And they do it humbly. They're very humble. You know, this woman, you know, she had a baby. She's just now starting working out again. Man, I'm going to tell you, built, you wouldn't believe it. The woman, you know, but humble. See, legs like something out of Playboy. Yeah, you know, but humble. See, so you come over here and you find the right woman. You found a diamond, brother. You found some gold. But don't forget, we're the catch over here no matter what. And they're smart enough to know that. Byron Hunter says, we're in Vietnam now and loving it. Yeah. People are more open-minded, man. You know that race and racism and all that stuff. Man, that's for dinosaurs, man. You know, it's for dinosaurs. I don't even play that game anymore. You know, you have to fight it because if you bring it over here to me, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight for every inch of my freedom that I have to fight. But other than that, I don't play that game, man. You know, how can you fight the people who have the rules? How can you beat somebody at their own game? They got the rules and they change them. The minute you catch up with them, they change the rules. F that stuff, man. I'm 57. Hell, as a black man, I may have 3 or 4 years left. I'm going to live it to the fullest. Thanks, Paul Durant, for that super chat. And that goes for anybody, man. I'm not going to waste my time worrying about what color somebody is. If you think in 2020 that the color of your skin makes you more entitled, makes you more intelligent, makes you better than somebody else, man, that's not racism. That's ignorance, and that's a mental health issue as far as I'm concerned. That's enough with the race, guys. I don't even acknowledge it over here. Jim's lifestyle says, and she's right. Jim's lifestyle says, try to learn the language and be nice. For sure, you will be well respected in the Philippines. Just like Kulas, if you guys knew him. Well, on my video, how to make Filipinos fall in love with you, that's one of the things I tell you guys. Just try to learn the language. They will love you for it. They will respect you for it. If you just say salamat to somebody over here, they'll fall down with glee. They'll be so happy. So the little words I've learned over here, and I've learned them only since I've been with my girlfriend now in the last 21 months. Because my ex-wife never taught me not one word. Because some women, they're so intimidated, they think, oh, well, if he gets to know the language, he's going to be able to talk to other women. No. See, she's wiser than that. She wants me to be able, if I say something like, I'll get in the tricycle, I'll say something like, he'll say, where are you going? I'm saying, M Lawyer at Bang Gasano. It just means I'm going to the M Lawyer across from Gasano Mall. He'll look at me crazy. He'll put that smile on his face, and that's all you have to do is say one little phrase, and they'll think you know the whole language. So see, they're going to give you respect right there, but at the same time, they're going to love you for it, man. Be humble. If you go over their house, like baby Denise's house, and you just go in there, and of course you see all the poverty and all the lack and everything, but if you just go in there and take one of them chairs, you see the chairs that are cut in half, and you just sit your butt down and act like you got some sense over there. The people love you for that. Instead of going in there, looking around and everything, making them feel more crazy than they already are. You know what I'm saying? Bill Pruitt said racism actually does exist in a very limited way in the Philippines. It's usually restricted to Filipinos and not extended to foreigners. That's why we don't see it. Well, it's not the racism in America. Now, it might be colorism is what that is. No, it's not racism. Sorry, Bill. I have to. And like I said, I'm not even going to discuss that. I'm boots on the ground. I'm telling you, the racism that I've experienced in my life, no. It doesn't even scratch the surface over here, brother. Now, colorism, yeah, that's different. When you see all the light and white-skinned Filipinos on TV, and they'll even put that in their job ads. But no, racism, no. That we experience in America and the West, I'm sorry, I got to disagree with you, brother, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We can still disagree and get along, but nothing like what I experienced, nothing like black people experience in America. I will, now maybe back in the Spanish days, from 1500 to 1898 till America took it over, maybe then, yeah, but now, See, I respect the Filipino now because he has his own land, his own language, his own culture. So he's autonomous. He's sovereign. So if he wants, whatever way he wants to do business, that's the way he wants to do it. But when you talk about racism, nobody does it better than America. They wrote the book on it, brother. Okay, so that's enough of that. Yeah, I'm gonna move on, brother. But actually, my live is over. It's already over. I'll let y'all do it for 6. I'm gonna go for 6 more minutes, hour and a half. One of my questions is, have you learned anything from age gap relationships? Yeah, I kind of talked about that a little bit. Communication, guys, is really what's going to be the problem. And only when there's a problem. As long as the sun is shining and everything's okay, you're not going to have a problem. Once there's a problem, you're going to see the age gap difference. That's when it rears its ugly head. In the bedroom, no, you're going to be happy as a lark. Okay? anything else, but let a real problem arise in your relationship. That's when it's going to show. Okay? Because they're not good listeners and they're not mature enough. And your suffering is not their suffering. They have no sympathy for what you're going through. Okay. Here's this. Do Filipino women treat Filipino men differently than foreigners? Absolutely. They respect them. And I talked a little bit about this earlier. 10 times more than they respect you. Because they know their place in the Filipino culture. We bring America over here and we start pulling chairs back and we give them that freedom of speech, that freedom of expression and all of that they're not used to over here. See, that's part of the new life, guys, that we give women. Not just money, not just a higher standard of living. We give them a lot of other things. And before long, they're going to use that against you. You're going to, see, don't come over here. Don't upset the card. Don't disrespect or mistreat anybody. But look, they're comfortable with where they are here. Keep them there in that place. Don't bring America over here to them. Are you going to have problems? Okay. He said, yep, I'm younger. I'm 6 years younger than my P9 wife, but she has a mentality of a 23-year-old. That's Wells Family Journey says. Absolutely. I'm going to just, be honest with you. Hey, thanks, Ronald Jeffs. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'm going to tell you the truth. See, absolutely. Josie, oh man, whoever this is, Josie is it NIFFR, whatever it is. He says, you may not lose your life because of racism in the Philippines. That's okay. All right, Bill, that says it right there. Okay. I don't even have to say nothing else about that. John says his wife is 32 years younger. And, it doesn't happen like that all the time. But when a real problem arises, you'll see it. I mean, a real problem. When the sun is shining, hell, you don't need an umbrella, man. This one says, how old do you have to be to bring a Filipino over on a visa? Now, I can only talk about America through the K1. You only have to be 18. Okay, so like I was talking last time to the young guy who thinks that he's young. Oh, I'm young, I'm good looking, American, I can come over there. Women don't look at me for money or a new life. Wrong. Long as you're 18, see, she knows the rules. You may not know them, but the Filipino knows the rules. She knows all you have to do is be 18. See, so it doesn't matter if you're 25 or 65, you're going to get, if you're a foreigner, you're going to get treated the same way. She's going to look at you the same way. Sorry. Now, will love develop down the line? Absolutely. And most of the time it does. But you get no pass, brother. You got to be 18. Yeah. Choo Choo says it right. He said 20-year-olds are fun to look at. I'm just too old to talk to them. And that's usually what happens, Choo Choo. You're exactly right. Because even if they're 30, they're not going to understand your suffering. To them, hey, thanks, Chaz Del B, for that super chat. To them, what you're going through is nothing compared to what they're going through, so they're not going to understand it. It's going to go over their head. They're not going to have any sympathy for you. That's the reason why, trust me, man, I had a good wife. Yeah, but you know what? She didn't understand, had no sympathy for my anxiety. I don't have anxiety anymore. The Philippines, trust me, the Philippines, it cured my anxiety. I don't have it anymore. But when I had it, I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't get through to her that, honey, it's real. It's really affecting me. It's really affecting our relationship. And she wouldn't listen. So guess what? I went out eventually, because one thing about me and my anxiety is I don't like to be alone. Okay. And even when we come to the Philippines, she'd go around her family and her friends, and she'd leave me alone. See, but after a while, I got tired of it, man. And that's when I met my girlfriend now that I have now. You know, it wasn't because me and my wife argued all the time. We never argued, just like we argue. It wasn't because she played on me or I played on her or anything like that. It was because she did not take my anxiety serious enough. As long as the sun was shining, everything was fine. But when a problem arose, that age gap, she was 24 when I met her. I was 47. Okay, she was 35 when we separated. Okay, so that would make me 57. See, well, 56 really, but we wasn't officially separated. See, and that's because, you know, they shut down, guys. I'm telling you, it's just not for me. When something real serious comes up, they will shut down. You won't be able to talk it over with them like you can talk it over with me or your American wife over that. All right. But, you know, you got to balance all that out. You know, if everything's good all the time, fine. But the question was, you know, what problems do I see in that age gap? You know, yeah, they're good to look at and everything else. But, you know, I'm telling you, they got that phone. Her phone, even to this day, is an extension of her hand, man. It'll drive you crazy. You be talking to them, and next thing you know, they can't. Try it. You talk to them, or they'll go to sleep, or they'll phase you out, and then you ask them 5 minutes later what you said. They can't repeat it back. Okay. He said, too old to cut the mustard, but I can still lick the jar. Rod Robinstein says, yeah, you can buy a damn nice bamboo hut in Manila for $1,000 and have it delivered to your life. Yeah, right. But then you'll have to have a CR bathroom built, which is not that much. You know, I even thought about that, Rod, because my soon-to-be ex-wife, they've got some land up in Cebu land in Dumaguete. And they got a nice lot up there, and I was going to put it up there and build a CR, but my problem is those big geckos, they like that bamboo. See, not the little geckos that you see in your house. They got some big ones that are about 4 to 6 inches long, and they're about an inch wide, man. These things are ugly. And they make these real loud, and it'll scare you, man. And when you see them, because they say if they jump on you, that you got to cut them off of you, you know. And no, I don't deal with that. So anytime you're around coconut trees, anytime you want to build a house, don't build them around coconut trees and bamboo because they're coming. Trust me, what I tell you. And once you hear that cuckoo, cuckoo, you ain't gonna be able to sleep. You'll never be able to sleep again because you don't know if he's next to you, he above your head, he's under the bed. You don't know. You're gonna be looking around for him because if he jumps on you, brother, you got to go get him cut off of you. That's true. Let's see. Mel says, Rod, I want a hut. Yes. But you can get some nice ones built, Rod. Some nice bamboo-like houses. Go online. I mean, and they don't cost that much, you know. But see, here's what people don't understand. You can build, I'm talking about a livable house. You can build a house bigger than John's apartment. Put it like this, where you got your front room, you got your bedroom, you got a CR, you got a kitchen area, and your lot for about $10,000, guys, over here. For $20,000, you got a nice place in San Carlos City. You know, no mortgage, none of that, guys. You know, hollow block, because that's what they use over here. You get that finished off, and you know, you get your floor put in. Man, I'm telling you, some of these people, man, got nice houses over here, man. They don't have mortgages over here. If you go on my Patreon page, I walked around my neighborhood and I showed y'all some houses. All right. This one lady I met yesterday, her name was Eleanor. And this is her words. She said, Calvin, she didn't know my name at first. She said, I've been watching you walking up and down here every day, going places. I was wondering, where are you from? And I told her, you know, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I told her Chicago because everybody knows where Chicago is. And she said, well, you know, I was married to a black man before. He was in the Army, We were stationed in Iceland. That's where he retired. But when it was time to go home, he went back to North Carolina, but I stayed in Iceland. I started working and retired. She said, so now I live 6 months in Iceland, 6 months in the Philippines. And this house right here, this is my house. She showed it to me. And it's on that, I mean, it looks like a mansion over here. She said, for 5 years, I sent my money back and had this house built. Now, isn't that a lot smarter than paying for a 30-year mortgage? She don't own no banks. She owes nobody. That's free and clear. And she was building it a little bit at a time. But we don't think like that over in America. We don't have that type of patience. See? I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, over here, they'll just build it a little at a time. They'll stop. You'll be seeing somebody building on the house. Then 2 months later, they'll start again. And then a month later, then whenever the budget, they got the money to do it. But when it's finished, it's theirs. They don't owe nobody. And I think that's smart. He said most mortgages are 10 years and restricted to 50% down cash max. Yeah. You know, if you go through the banks and stuff, you're right. You dirty puppy. That's funny profile name. But yeah, he's right. If you go through somewhere like, what's that called? E-Big or someplace like that, that's usually what they do. Christopher Leroy said, was furniture coming in John's place $140 a month? No. But hell, for $140 a month, remember the 300 rule. You buy your dinette set for about $100. You buy your bed for about the bed, everything, the mattress, everything for about $300. You buy your living room set for about $300. Refrigerator for about $200. You buy your gas cooker for about, I don't know how much, that's about $40. Then, of course, the tank gonna cost you another $800. Buy your TV for about $150. Hell, what else you need? If you want to get fancy, you can buy your wash machine for about $250. You set. You're set, brother. You don't need all that stuff over here. We're in the Philippines. Don't bring America to the Philippines, man. If you do, what's the point in coming here, guys? Don't bring all that stress and all that strain over here. You don't need all that stuff over here. That's the reason I'm over here now. I don't need all that stuff. Who needs a 15-foot Cadillac over here? I don't need it. Rastanati says, yeah, I am. For my daughter, we are, but I'm not going to spend over $20,000, you know, because she's smart enough. She knows where I can get the land. She knows, you know, the materials. Her brother's a master carpenter. See? So we're going to have him and his little crew build it. So, you know, that's how my ex did. My first son's mother, man, go on my Facebook and you can look through and you'll see some pictures of my son and his brother. They're standing on the porch of the house. This Filipina worked 2 jobs over in America and built this beautiful house up in the hills of Naga City, Cebu. It's beautiful. Looks better than any house in America. And guess what? She probably didn't spend no more than $15,000 because her brother and her father are master carpenters. They did all the work. Cool breeze, yeah, you can get a furnished apartment, but my first apartment that I rented here in San Carlos was furnished. It was 11,000 pesos a month, but the air conditions had gotten old. They was pulling a lot of electric, and I mean, it's the landlord super. Name is Clyde. He's from Australia. This guy's rich. He's living like he's living in Australia. Beautiful home with a swimming pool. He owns a lot of property around here. Him and his Filipino wife. But the electric was like $5,500. That's too much for me in the Philippines. Ingrid Davis is right. He said 6 years I was there. I never owned a car. Me either. And see, there's no jeepneys or taxis in San Carlos. So I use a tricycle or pedicab. Saves a lot of money. Ronald Jefferson said, ha, 15-foot caddy. You get my drill, Ronald. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Don Ridgeway, that's my homeboy. Jeffrey Taylor, thanks for that super chat. I really appreciate it. He said, can only bring us a Dandyville. You're funny, Rod. That's funny. Hey, Philippines, my paradise. Hello, Calvin, family, and all his supporters. Another very nice live stream. Thank you. Hey, that's Ned, y'all. Why don't y'all go over there, Philippines, my paradise. Check out Ned's. Please check it out. Philippines, my paradise. Hey, Ned, can you put your link in the comments, brother? Because he's really got some real type knowledge. My stuff is nitty gritty. It's the street stuff. It's the boots on the ground stuff. But Ned, he's really got some insight. You know, he's really got some real good information. Can you do that? Wells Family Journey, go on there. Put your link on there too, because I like your channel. I know you don't have a whole lot of content, but you got a lot of views. And I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out. I want to know your secret. Captain Billy Jackson, Calvin, I did not see the super chat button. I would like to donate for the baby. Just see the dollar icon. That's what you're looking for. The dollar icon. Alan Gregory says boots on the ground is educational too. It is, because most of us are going to be boots on the ground when we come over here. We're not going to be these hanky-panky, fancy-smancy type guys. We're going to be over here in tank tops and flip-flops and smoking cigarettes and drinking, San Miguel Lights and, stumbling over ourselves after drinking too much Tanduay. We're not going to understand all that, hully-gully stuff. Calvin, you should tell John to start a channel. I already told him, man. He won't do it, though. John is humble. He's funny, though, man. I'm going to tell you, this guy, he would easily build a good channel because he's got that type of personality. Remember, he had sort of like a job where he had to travel around a lot of places and talk to people. And so, he's not afraid. He told me yesterday, he said he'll talk to an empty chair. And I believe it. Hey, Captain Billy Jack, thanks for that super chat. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Let's see. China says, is there a furniture rental there like Aaron's Furniture in the States? No. This is the Philippines, man. You're not gonna, remember that they would vet you to the max before they would rent you furniture over here. But maybe in Manila. Remember, Manila and Cebu and those two big metropolises like that, it's almost like living in America to a certain extent, man. You could probably get everything there that you could get at home. So, but here in St. Carlos, no, because the furniture won't get brought back. And if it does, it's going to be in terrible shape. Because remember, appreciation is missing in this society, guys. But hey, guys, I'm going to have to run because I'm going to have to go check on my workers over Baby Denise. Because remember, they'll take a job that takes 2 days and they'll stretch it out for 3 days unless you talk to them and give them that vote of confidence. Because in their mind, remember, it doesn't have to make sense to you, but in their mind, they'll think, well, if I work fast and get the job done, I'm working myself out of a job. No, you're going to work yourself out of a job if you work too slow for me. I'll go out and get 3 other guys, okay? But they don't think like that. So you have to tell them, say, hey, man, no matter how fast you get this job done, if it takes you 2 days, I'm going to pay you for 5. Don't let because we need to go on to the next section. We don't need you piddling around here, dropping rocks in a bucket, walking around, kicking stones. You know how we do in the union over in America. There's no union over here. Don't try that union stuff with me. Hey, thanks, Wells Family Journey. I am. He said, go check on young Baby Denise. Like I said, we just went over there and took him some milk, and and diapers. I usually do that like every other day. And then I've committed 1,000 pesos a week to her mother for her care, food and stuff like that. And then once a month, I drop a 5 kilo sack of rice over there because there's more people in there. I think it's like the sister and her husband and their 3 kids. Then it's the niece and her 2 kids. Then she's got an old grandmother, 70-something years old, that can't take care of herself. See, so I saw her room, and I'm gonna have to fix that room. She's practically living outside, a 70-something year old grandmother. Okay. How do you increase the amount? I really don't know, Maya Hickman. Honestly, just whatever they got. I've got a PayPal link and also a Cash App. If you can't, if they won't let you give the amount you want to give there, just go to my Facebook, Sunshine Shoulders YouTube channel. On any of my videos, you'll see a link and you can donate there too. Alan Gregory says, next video, I want to hear my roosters. They're out there. I can hear them. I don't know why y'all can't, but okay. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for your super chats. Thanks for hit the like button, guys. I don't know what it's for, but I know it helps me. Thanks, everybody, for your super chats, your kindness, your generosity, your support. Come back. It'll be Saturday night, America time, Sunday morning. Because I'm doing these live chats. I want to get to know people. See, I'm starting to recognize people's profiles, names, and everything like that. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I know you. And I can kind of read more into your comment and know that you're not being facetious or you're some kind of troll or something. So thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. Take care. If you're in America, it's late before you let your head hit the pillow. Help somebody. In the Philippines, it's, 11:46. We still have about 5 more hours, man. If I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people. We help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. See y'all Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're in the Philippines, it's Sunday morning, 9:30 AM GMT time. Peace.